I don't know if you heard, but banks now have a new kind of holiday club in operation. The new club helps you save money to pay for last year's gifts. Welcome to Life in Perspective. I'm Joseph Yeager, and this is another Perspective on Life. It's hard to believe we're entering another holiday season. There is something special in the air about this time of year. Decorations everywhere, colored lights illuminating the streets like Wonderland, and generosity and high spirits seem to be shared by all. Multi-denominational holidays celebrated simultaneously, and the streets are buzzing with shoppers and Salvation Army bells ringing. So many Christmas parties to go to and catch up with people we haven't seen or spoken to for 30 minutes. Everywhere you look, kids are lining up to ask Santa for their heart's desire, and images of menorahs, sleds on snow, and wood-crackling fireplaces set the tone for another memorable season of cheer and complete and utter wastefulness. Before I continue, please consider subscribing to the channel by clicking the subscribe link below. You may also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. In the back of our minds, we all know that every day we wake up with our health intact, the ability to earn a living, and love and be loved, we have a reason to celebrate and be grateful. However, life has a way of distracting us, and the holiday season brings these pillars of life to the forefront and encourages us to celebrate with those dear to us. Furthermore, these holidays are supposed to celebrate the contributions of great men and women to humanity. Men and women who struggled to survive their whole life, struggled to survive persecution and financial hardship. Men and women who didn't seek out to change the world, yet thousands of years later, shaped the way we live. Joseph and Mary, simple and poor carpenters hiding from King Herod to save Jesus from execution. The Maccabees, hungry, outnumbered, and under-equipped, defeating the mighty Greeks to regain freedom. Or the Prophet Muhammad, spending time in meditation, hunger, and humility. There are many symbolic figures who made like contributions, and I bet if they could see the spectacle generations that followed turned the holidays that were meant to celebrate them into, they would pace the heavens restlessly. According to dictionary.com, a holiday is defined as a time or period of exemption from any requirement, duty, and assessment. We dedicated a whole season to it and somehow managed to turn it into the complete opposite. Granted, keeping money circulating keeps the economy thriving. However, it has the opposite effect on many of us. According to Credit Karma, about 27% of shoppers expect to go into debt during the holiday season, and 1 in 10 intend to take out a loan in order to do their holiday shopping. The commercialization of the holiday season has become a source of frustration and financial hardship on many. The need to conform to social pressure causes many to feel obligated to buy gifts, often for people who will likely not like them anyway, and for kids who will tire of them within minutes of ripping the wrapping paper. I'm sure I'm not the only one seeing this custom as one of the least worthy of holiday cheer. Now let's face it, no one is putting a gun to anybody's head and forcing them to take part in the infamous Black Friday Stampede or every marked up 50% off sale. It is a personal decision, albeit a poor one, that, in my opinion, may only be resolved by a drastic change of mindset. Like stopping to seek approval of others and the need to belong and be loved. If I need to buy someone something to receive their approval and love, I will never truly have it. It says more about us than it does about them, and it is within ourselves that we need to look for redemption. On the other hand, there is a valid argument that at a time when families are spread across the globe and want to be together, those in the business of bringing us closer make it more financially demanding to do so. Our adversity becomes their opportunity. Capitalism and free enterprise at its finest. Catherine Whitehorn was right when she said that from a commercial point of view, if Christmas didn't exist, it would be necessary to invent it. Personally, the only holiday I look forward to is Thanksgiving. People get together to celebrate what I believe is the foundation of all abundance, gratitude. It should be celebrated every single day anyway, but at least there is one day that makes us stop to acknowledge it. No gifts to exchange or religious tradition to uphold, just the celebration of a fundamental and universal principle that matters more than any material gift. There's no financial demand, pretense, or obligation to burden, just good food and company. As Jesse Jackson wisely said, your children need your presence more than your presents. Wouldn't children be better off if rather than a trip to the mall to sit on Santa's lap making demands, they get a trip to the Children's Cancer Ward and deliver smiles? Instead of unwrapping useless gifts, they wrap a blanket around someone who's cold, and instead of leaving half their plate untouched, share their food with someone who has none? After all, isn't that what the very role models these holidays represent are celebrated for? Fat men in red suits, dreidels, lights, and carols all make for colorful fun indeed, but frankly should be nothing more than symbolic figments of the imagination to signal the coming of a season in which the giver matters more than the gift. Please let me know what topics you would like my perspective on in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.